What if I told you your cat has rules they expect you to follow? Most owners believe they already understand their cat. They provide food, water, toys, and attention, and they assume that's enough. But cats live by a different social language than humans do. They have quiet expectations about how interactions should happen, and they constantly observe whether the people around them respect those boundaries. The surprising part is that cats rarely make these rules obvious. Instead of complaining or reacting loudly, they simply adjust their behavior over time. And if their signals go unnoticed long enough, the trust they once showed can slowly fade. One of the most misunderstood signals involves eye contact. Humans often see direct eye contact as a sign of affection or attention. But in feline communication, prolonged staring carries a very different meaning. Among cats, holding a fixed stare is often associated with tension or confrontation. Because of that instinct, many cats feel uncomfortable when someone locks eyes with them for too long. You may have noticed your cat looking away when you stare directly at them. That reaction is not distraction. It's a calming signal. Your cat is choosing to break the tension rather than escalate it. A more comfortable way to communicate affection with a cat is through a relaxed gaze followed by a slow blink. Many cats respond to this gesture by blinking back or approaching more closely. In feline communication, that soft blink acts as a signal of peaceful intent. Another rule cats expect people to understand involves physical contact. Cats often enjoy being petted, but their tolerance for touch has limits. What begins as a pleasant experience can become overwhelming if it continues for too long. This reaction is sometimes referred to as petting-induced overstimulation. As repeated touch stimulates nerve endings in the skin, the sensation can gradually shift from pleasant to irritating. Cats typically give subtle warnings before they reach that point. A tail that begins flicking. Ears that rotate slightly backward. A ripple moving across the skin of their back. These signals indicate that the interaction is nearing its limit. When people recognize these early cues and pause the petting session, the cat learns that their signals are being respected. That awareness helps maintain trust between the cat and the person interacting with them. Cats also form strong attachments to specific locations within their environment. A favorite blanket, chair, or box may seem insignificant to a human observer. But to a cat, those places hold scent markers and familiarity that create a sense of security. Cats map their environment partly through scent glands located on their face and paws. When they repeatedly rest in a location, those scent signals accumulate and reinforce that area as safe territory. When that location suddenly disappears or moves, the cat may experience confusion or stress. Even small environmental changes can temporarily disrupt the sense of stability they associate with a particular spot. If adjustments to the home are necessary, gradual changes help cats adapt without feeling that their territory has vanished. Another subtle rule involves mealtime. Eating places animals in a naturally vulnerable position. Their attention shifts toward the food rather than their surroundings. Because of this instinct, many cats prefer quiet and space while they eat. Standing close, talking loudly, or touching them during a meal can interrupt their sense of security. Some cats tolerate this easily, but others become tense or rush their eating. Allowing a calm, undisturbed environment during meals helps them remain relaxed. This becomes especially important in homes with multiple cats. Separate feeding areas often reduce the pressure that can arise when animals feel watched while eating. Greeting rituals also play a role in feline social behavior. Cats often approach trusted individuals when they enter a room or return home. You might see your cat waiting near the door, walking toward you with their tail raised, or making a small chirping sound. These gestures are forms of social acknowledgement. Responding with a quiet greeting or a gentle blink reinforces that connection. When these moments are consistently returned, cats often maintain that greeting habit. But if the signals are repeatedly ignored, some cats gradually stop offering them. The final rule your cat quietly communicates may appear in where they choose to sleep. Cats are most vulnerable during sleep. When they curl up beside a person, on their lap, or near their head, it reflects a strong sense of comfort with that environment. Some cats sleep directly against the person they trust most. Others remain nearby, but keep a little distance, perhaps at the foot of the bed or on a nearby chair. Both choices can reflect trust, simply expressed in different ways. Occasionally, a cat may choose to sleep elsewhere in the home. That change does not necessarily mean affection has disappeared. Cats balance comfort, temperature, and awareness of their surroundings when choosing a resting place. But sleeping close to someone often signals that the cat feels secure enough to relax deeply in their presence. At first glance, these quiet rules may seem small. Eye contact, short petting sessions, respecting favorite spots, calm mealtimes, simple greetings. But together they form the language cats use to build trust. The more those signals are understood and respected, the stronger the connection becomes. Because in the world of cats, love rarely appears as loud or obvious gestures. It shows up in quiet moments, where two beings understand each other without needing words.